adrenergic agonist. Direct acting for alpha, direct acting for beta, direct acting for alpha 1, direct acting for alpha 2, direct acting for beta 1, direct acting for beta 2. Now, ask you a question from yesterday's lecture. For anaphylactic shock, which drug you prefer? Anaphylactic shock.
Adrenaline.
Okay. Cardiogenic shock.
Dopamine.
The
Sorry.
butamine.
Yeah.
The butamine. Adrenaline is also okay. Cardiogenic. Because we need here beta activity, okay? Beta 1 activity. Cardiogenic shock. The butamine is also okay and adrenaline is also okay. Septic shock.
Norepinephrine.
And neurogenic shock.
Same.
Same. And hemorrhagic shock.
Dopamine.
The person have history of diarrhea, vomiting, and then lead to shock. Which drug? Dopamine. Okay. Because same hypovolemic shock we use dopamine. Next drug we have been indirect acting. Indirect acting, this means they interfere with reuptake. Interfere with reuptake. Reuptake of norepinephrine. Okay? Reuptake of norepinephrine. 70% go back, 30% breakdown, yeah? 70% go back, 30% breakdown. So if you block the this going back reuptake by the presynaptic membrane, okay? So what happened here? Norepinephrine again high. So they help with increased norepinephrine in synaptic space. They block this reuptake. Understand? They block. It's known as indirect acting. They have no direct action on a receptor. No direct action on receptor. Understand? So in this we having cocaine. Not confused with codeine. Codeine is something else. Okay, it's totally different from cocaine. Both are drug of abuse. Cocaine, codeine. Okay, this codeine belongs to opioid. Opioids. This drug we learn in CNS system. Okay, it's for pain. Codeine for pain. But cocaine. Cocaine. Cocaine doing what? This cocaine is a reuptake here. Block this reuptake. So norepinephrine not going back. Yeah. Norepinephrine stay here. So norepinephrine going high. So increase the activity. This is not used medically. Cocaine. It's just a drug of abuse. Okay. Cocaine. How the person take cocaine? How sniffing? Many movies. They sniff the drug. That's sniffing. Sniffing. You know snuff box, anatomical snuff box behind the thumb, yeah?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah, they also sometimes put here in snuff box and then sniff. After sniffing, what happened? Oh, nosebleed start. Yeah, nosebleed start. nosebleed. So this cocaine doing what? This cocaine increase norepinephrine. Okay. So this drug of abuse doing what? If the person addicted for cocaine, that person heart rate very high, that person blood pressure very high. Okay, because the drug of abuse. Cocaine can induce heart attack. Can induce heart attack. How? Because norepinephrine very high. Norepinephrine receptor alpha 1. Alpha 1 cause vasoconstriction. Vasoconstriction. So heart, the resistance faced by heart is the heart, it's the aorta. Lot of arteries there. Okay. So if alpha 1 activated, what happened? The lumen of this vessel become very narrow. Yeah, very narrow. Vessel become narrow. So heart pumping blood. So of course this blood is not going forward because vasoconstriction there, yeah, very high resistance. So heart need more force. Heart need more force for pumping. Clear? Heart need more force for pumping. Now heart need more force for pumping. Another problem, coronary artery on the heart. Coronary artery also have alpha 1. Alpha 1, oh, vasoconstriction also. The alpha 1. Blood supply is not going to heart. Heart now pumping with very high rate. Heart need oxygen. So it need heart attack. This cocaine abuser died due to heart attack. They having angina attack, then later life it lead to heart attack. Okay? The angina. The angina, three types, lateral and severe system, Prinzmetal angina. Second type, Prinzmetal angina is due to cocaine. Prinzmetal angina due to cocaine. Okay. So in this angina, we need to use calcium channel blocker. Drug of choice for Prinzmetal angina, calcium channel blocker. Calcium channel blocker dilates the vessel. Okay. So now come back. It's a drug of abuse. It's a drug of abuse. Cocaine. When they sniff, what happened with the nose? Nasal septa. You know, nasal septa cartilage and bony. Yeah, nasal septum inside, cartilage and bony inside. Nasal septa perforate. They have this problem, perforation of nasal septa, and they frequently having nosebleed. Nosebleed known as epistaxis. Epistaxis. Okay. Before in surgery, when doing surgery for ENT, ear, nose, throat, ENT surgery. Okay. ENT surgery, the doctor using cocaine pack just to stop the blood supply, like if when they're doing the surgery bleeding there, yeah, to stop the bleeding they're using cocaine. Understand? Cocaine packs, because the drug of abuse is nowadays not used for this purpose. Understand? It's only drug of abuse. One, cocaine done. Cocaine clear. Next, another drug of abuse, amphetamine, frequently using in US, UK. It's a drug of abuse. This drug of abuse increase CNS activity. Amphetamine. Amphetamine increase norepinephrine. Same thing, okay? Reuptake blocker. Inhibit reuptake. Inhibit reuptake. Clear? Drug of abuse. Norepinephrine increase inside CNS. Norepinephrine increased inside sympathetic nervous system. Okay, sympathetic system. In sympathetic system, norepinephrine increase, hyper, so heart rate increase, blood pressure increase. In CNS activity, CNS activity also increase. So this drug of abuse, is a drug of abuse. The person using, for example, you playing something, you're studying now. A person using to focus on that thing. Amphetamine. Amphetamine increase, like if you want to focus on just what you want to increase the brain activity. You want to study full book in at night one night. You want to memorize pharmacology in one night. Morning have exam. Take amphetamine. Whole night no sleep because CNS activity very high. Okay, this amphetamine medically we use for attention deficit hyperactivity disease. Attention deficit. For example, many students in class is just listening to teacher but not present in class. Actually, their mind outside, just thinking. Just after class, we have to do this thing. I have to perform this thing. I have to play this thing. Yeah, clear. So attention deficit hyperactivity disease is mostly in children. They're very active. They're not focused on one thing. Not finish their one job and then just try to thinking about other thing also. Attention deficit hyperactivity. The child very hyperactive, not focus on one thing. Attention deficit. Understand? No attention. Attention deficit hyperactivity disease. Amphetamine increase CNS activity. Then person can focus. Attention deficit hyperactivity hyperactive hyperactive disease. Okay, so it's in child. Mother have complained, my baby, my child is not able to focus on study, focus on this thing, focus on that thing. Clear? Always mind diversion there. So this drug is very effective for attention. It's medical use. Okay, so it's medical use. If you're playing, if you're doing some like having any sports activity, you want to increase your mental activity, use amphetamine. Amphetamine increase your attention, increase your reflexes in that sport. It's also drug of abuse. Okay, a medical student, medical student know what this amphetamine doing for CNS. They take advantage of amphetamine. How? Just take amphetamine and can read book easily. They can memorize a lot of things before exam. Just take amphetamine. Drug of abuse also done by medical students. Okay, amphetamine. Amphetamine increase CNS activity. Clear? Amphetamine. Amphetamine we also use in narcolepsy. What is narcolepsy? Every time sleeping, mostly daytime. One insomnia is opposite to insomnia. What is insomnia? Full night no sleep. Yeah, not person not able to sleep. Is insomnia. Opposite to insomnia, narcolepsy. Always sleepy, day, night, full sleep. Just increase the brain activity for narcolepsy, the second disease. The medical use. What are the medical uses of amphetamine? We use in case of narcolepsy and attention deficit hyperactivity disease. Okay, these are two medical uses. Otherwise, it's also drug of abuse. Clear? It's also drug of abuse, amphetamine. These are the indirect acting. Okay. Next group, mixed. Mixed acting. What's meaning mix acting? Mix acting also working here. It's not epinephrine. Uptake, reuptake block. One thing. Another. Mix acting also working here on alpha receptor, on beta receptor. They have same both function. Also block this and also stimulate this. Okay, understand? They also working on the receptor and also working for reuptake in blocker. Also working as reuptake inhibitor. Understand? Direct acting. Direct acting working where? On the receptor, yeah? Indirect acting. Just now we done two drugs. They only working here. Yeah? Clear? There are 2 points here. If you work here, you're direct acting. If you work here, indirect acting. So if you working at both sides, also on the receptor, also on this reuptake protein, yeah? So it's known as mix. In mix acting, ephedrine, this drug is banned in UK, in US. It's a very strong drug of abuse. Ephedrine, pseudoephedrine. This drug increase CNS activity, increase performance in sport, any sport. Okay, so player, volleyball player, football player, cricket player, they using this drug, like these drug to perform their, like their muscle very active, their CNS very active, reflexes very strong. Of course, they can perform well. Understand? So for uh, sportsmen done dope test. Did you know about this dope test? This test done to for if any like sportsman using any drug before the match in any sport. The dope test will perform for ephedrine and pseudoephedrine. Clear? Ephedrine and pseudoephedrine. This ephedrine pseudoephedrine present in cough syrup. Cough syrup. In the syrup we having ephedrine. Our population very clever. Oh, they know this drug of abuse in cough syrup. They buy a lot of cough syrup from medical store and just drinking for their as drug of abuse. So medical stores are they not sell without any prescription. Cough syrup, they contain ephedrine. Cough syrup, they having pseudoephedrine. But the benefit of this cough syrup, this syrup used for cough, because having activity also on beta 2, causing what? Broncho dilation. Okay, improve in cough also bronchoconstriction there, irritation inside the bronchi, feeling difficult in breathing. Yeah. So in cough syrup, one thing ephedrine, pseudoephedrine, another salt, dextromethorphan. Later we learn in opioid, dextromethorphan and codeine present in cough syrup. Okay, it's also drug of abuse. Is also drug of abuse. So directly you can't buy this drug. You are a medical student. Cough syrup have this. If you want to abuse this drug, just drink cough syrup. Many person they're taking many lot of cough syrups just as a drug of abuse. Understand? They're just drinking cough syrup without any prescription, just taking cough syrups. It's similar to alcohol. Same thing. Okay, cough syrup are mostly sedative. Ephedrine, pseudoephedrine, medical use is present in cough syrup. Okay, otherwise it's not preferred for any other like any other disease, any other illness. Pseudoephedrine and ephedrine is a drug of abuse. Drug of abuse. Understand? So in many countries, these ephedrine, pseudoephedrine already banned, not for sale, not for use. Okay, it's all about adrenergic agonist. Any problem till now?
No,
Adrenergic
sir.
agonist done. Okay, agonist done. Now we move on. Antagonist. Antagonist of adrenergic system. Okay, second part of this step, this system. Antagonist. Antagonists. These are the blocker. They block alpha. Yeah, these blocker they block beta. So these are the blocker, alpha blocker and beta blockers. Here, so if they block just alpha, so they are selective alpha blocker. Okay, what the meaning of non-selective alpha blocker? Non-selective alpha blocker. Non-selective alpha blocker block alpha 1 and alpha 2 same time. Okay, selective alpha blocker. Selective alpha blocker. They block alpha 1 separately and alpha 2 separately. Clear? Okay. How about the alpha 1? Alpha 1 blocker. Pyrazosine. Alpha 1 blocker. Trazosine. Trazosine. Alpha 1 blocker. Doxazosine. Doxazosine. See the name here, okay? Zosine. Pyrazosine, trazosine, doxazosine. Clear? Pyrazosine, doxazosine. Very special alpha blocker. Tamsulusin. 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 F. Fleucin. Tamsulusin. It's very special. You let try explain. Okay. Pyrazosine, doxazosine, trazosine. Okay. Done. Doxazosine. It's alpha 1. Alpha 1 blocker. Alpha 2. Euhimibine. Euhimibine. Not mixed with clonidine. Okay. Clonidine alpha 2 agonist. It's a blocker. Understand? We block alpha. Mirtazapine. Mirtazapine. Euhimibine. Mirtazapine. These two are alpha 2 blocker. So these are selective alpha 1, selective alpha 2. Understand? How about the non-selective? Non-selective block alpha 1 and 2 same time. We have two drugs here. Phenoxybenzamine. Phenoxy is also a very useful drug. Phentolamine. Phentolamine. Phenoxybenzamine. Phentolamine. Phenoxybenzamine, reversible. Okay. Phentolamine, irreversible. Irreversible. Understand? Reversible, irreversible. This far, alpha 1 and alpha 2, same time block, alpha 1 and alpha 2. Clear? Okay, now we summarize. Again, blocker for alpha 1, that means Trazocin. Okay, Trazocin, Doxazocin, Tirazo, Doxazo. Okay, it's very special. Tamsulosin. Alpha-leucin also, tamsulosin also, both are same. Okay. Alpha 1 receptor present where? Alpha 1 receptor present on vessel. Yeah. Alpha 1 receptor causing what? Alpha 1 receptor cause vasoconstriction. Understand? So these are blocker. They block. Okay. Just now, yesterday we finished phenylphylline, not mix those drugs. Okay. Oxymetazoline. Oxymetazoline. These drugs also act on alpha 1, but they are not blocker. Yeah, they are not blocker. They are agonist. They stimulate. Understand? So these drugs doing what? Increase blood pressure. Alpha 1 causing what? Vasoconstriction. So if you stimulate alpha 1, then increase blood pressure. Understand? What is the effect of phenylphylline oxymetazoline? Increase blood pressure. So you can use for hypotension if your blood pressure is low. Hypotension. Understand? For hypotension.
Sir, we restart the class at the room.
Okay.